Hi, are you a person who has been puzzled as to why the promotion eludes you most of the time? Are you someone who is not getting timely promotion in your current job and has been sidelined for promotion and usually not get recognized for your contribution in your current job? Are you the one who has given your sweat, time, and effort but still not getting recognized, but people around you are getting promotion after promotion and they are absolutely rocking it? Are you someone who is wondering about this, or you are thinking or blaming the organization for it? So here is a formula, a secret, which will put you in the center stage back again. Let me share the screen and tell you what it is all about. So how to ensure timely promotion by finding out your unbeatable USP, tracking invisibility, starting with the end in the mind. So what is an unbeatable USP? What do I mean by unbeatable USP? How does it work? Actually, it differentiates. Your profile may seem very ordinary, but the difference lies in your thoughts, experiences, because you are a very different person from another person. Everybody says that everybody is unique on this earth. Creates resilience because you are doing whatever you love to do, and you never get tired because you are doing something which you love. Enhances your credibility because you are doing the things over and over again and without getting tired, and you are doing it no always onto it. And brings prominence because you are establishing some result also because of this. So these are the four things that an unbeatable USP can bring to. How does it work? How has it worked for my clients is something let us discuss. So criteria for next level promotion, what do you think are there? First is exceptional deliverance of responsibilities. The second is excellent team person, displays enormous promise to handle the next level responsibilities. And what is the differentiation? How would you stand apart? That is when the unbeatable USP can come to your rescue. You can do something nobody else can do. What is that? What is that you do while nobody else can do? And it is beyond your experience and qualification is something else. Guess the unbeatable USP identified by some of my students. Here is the profile of somebody. Head of department has solution for every problem, ignored when he talks about systems. Now, he loves to talk, has a knowledge about uh, almost all the domains that he has worked with. While he talks, nobody listens. He talks a lot about Bhagavad Gita, in which Lord Krishna talks about work without attachment to the result. He talks about it all the time, but he has a result in mind, right? So what is that? It is not the knowledge, not Bhagavad Gita, not your love for incessant talk. That is what I told him. It is his love to create a solution with care, because Krishna was embodiment of love and care. This is exactly what I told him. Bring in genuine care to whatever change you want. And I told him that this starts with taking into account the perspective of the other person. He always keeps on talking. He talks right, but no, he talks at inappropriate moment. That might be a weakness, but he is so focused on the solution that he goes on and on. So I told him that your guess what? What is his USP? His USP is nurturing remedy. That is what he is good at. The second case is a person who is a technical expert, writes well, is an excellent trainer. So when he joined this organization, he cleared his interview and tests, but his educational qualifications were not matching to the profile he was hired into. So it was a lower profile than then that was advertised, and he was hired with a lot of support function. His profile was a bit tweaked. Report writing was one of those. According to him, the program officers needed a little bit of hands-on how the analytics worked, especially once the workflows are designed, so that Haris didn't have to write the report. So he was escaping writing the report, although he writes well. He was happy with the analytics, the programming, the workflow design. He shared this to his boss. There was no support from the boss at that time. So Haris had to write the report. He did a fair job of it because he wrote well. So what was his unbeatable USP then? While he had technical expertise and he became the technical expert, ultimately, a profile that originally he was supposed to be hired into, ultimately he got it. He loves to save his organization hundreds of working hours because he is good at automation, and his dream is to teach the same to his team. Interns loved his sessions and invited him to their colleges to teach analytics and automation. Visiting professionals from abroad recognized his flair and offered him positions should he choose to go abroad. So, what do you think his unbeatable USP was? It was efficiency automation that he should have focused on. And since the time when he started focusing it, he was good at it. In fact, he excelled at it. The third case is an event manager. Her background is journalism, and she loved to do stakeholder relations when she came to me. That is what she was doing. So, let us talk a little about her. Her name is Rita. So Rita came from the event management background. Her educational background has been journalism. She joined as a helping hand in a huge prestigious project which required multiple hands. She loved talking to people. So she was happy whenever people gave her tasks to connect to people. She is very caring person also. Opportunity came to her when she was the only person who was free to receive Professor Muhammad Yunus once from the airport. Professor Muhammad Yunus, everybody knows that, the Nobel Peace Prize winner from Bangladesh, who was visiting India to attend a conference. She spoke nothing about microfinance except that her mates can be helped to build their temporary houses so that they do not have to spend every year on house repairing in the slum they live. Professor Yunus actually liked her empathy. He understood that she did not have to be knowledgeable to be empathetic to the needs of the poor people. She brought him to office where everybody got an opportunity to have a photo shoot with him. She earned a lot of goodwill, not because of her expertise, but because of her ability to understand the requirement of her colleagues at a human level. The organization was looking to create a unique space for its value for underprivileged people, and she helped publish many articles about the organization because of her journalism background. It helped the sector. She took charge of revamping the website. She is bringing out a coffee table book for the Silver Jubilee celebration. Guess now she is known as. She is the head of communication and her USP is brand building. She loves traveling, and that is the profile she has now got. Her niche, her unbeatable USP is now communication and brand building. Case 4. This person loves personal relationships. He is good at fund arrangement. He handles national platforms for speakers. This is his profile. Let us see a bit more about him. His name is suppose Dilip. He is good in managing personal relationships. He started with contacting donor agencies to fund for value-based services. He has created a database for all prominent people who look for a national platform to speak and become branded as a speaker. He has developed a sponsorship package where people pay to speak or display their product during the events of the organization. He generates revenue for the organization from these sponsorships, helping the impact investors come together and witness the brainstorming happening in formulating these strategies to reach the underserved areas of the country. He is USP. It is basically around leveraging collective strengths to create a win-win platform for partners and stakeholders. That is what he does for the organization, and his name, his unbeatable USP is synergistic ecosystems. So once you name your unbeatable USP, no, you become very different from another person because your profile becomes very different. So let us see the case number 5. He is general manager. He is in automotive industries, emotional quotient expert. He is known as emotional quotient experts. He likes to call himself like that. So Shailesh Chaudhary is general manager in the automotive industry. The problem he is solving is to keep the sales team highly motivated during the lean seasons when they can be engaged to learn risk management, product diversification, service creation, customer service orientation, etc. In the context of climate change related transitions from fossil fuel to renewable energy, he is thinking of creating a sales force that thinks green and are becoming experts of the change scenarios. When they do not sell, they are planning strategies for waste management, renewable energy adoption, etc. This is a great responsibility at the moment when climate change has taken a front seat. His unbeatable USP is affecting transcendence because the transition and the mindset shift both coming together along with emotional quotient is very critical for any organization and this planet also and for mankind also. So he is serving a very critical segment in the history of mankind right now. He is now working with 200 plus alternative models for salesperson who do not sell regularly. So that is what his unbeatable USP is, transcendence expert. Case number 6. He is senior sales manager, experience in Middle East and African countries, efficient last mile delivery. Let us see how I got connected to him. Suman Pandey is selling Pepsi in Africa. He aspires to be a CEO but was not able to see the path to reach there. He was thinking of increasing sales figures only till he came to my program. Since he has created a distribution network involving Africans to take care of the last mile delivery, he now is using this network to educate Africans to offer services at local level, reducing the cost of multiple distribution by 1/10 of for each supplier. His unbeatable USP, therefore, is to value chain maximizer network and to build net worth of not only his company, but getting paid by other companies to mentor the network to provide services in more cost-effective manner. This should be taking him a step closer to become CEO someday, as he is handling a critical function for the company while selling. So, as we discussed, his unbeatable ESP is value chain maximizer network. Who would have thought of this USP, this network? Value chain itself is a very critical segment, and the network that maximizes it is like a very rare commodity to have in a sales kind of circumstances. So, how did it occur to me? My educational background is a mathematics postgraduate. I'm a diploma in computer application and diploma in office management. But my career profile has been handling a lot of very diverse kind of assignments. I started like teaching engineering mathematics to engineering students. I became a corporate trainer. I had been a social researcher wherein I was doing data management. I'm script writer, facilitating through 3-wheelers to agri-based startups, gender-based institutions in a watershed, basic health to women in village and panchayat level cooperatives, water conflicts around rivers in Orissa and district planning, social performance management and national e-governance in CSC, subsistence to sustainability using livelihood finance, head of HR, and policy and partnerships. So my achievement during all this is that I have trained 20,000 people so far, impacted 1 crore lives directly or indirectly in 16 states of India. CSCs that I handle in Meghalaya are high performing as on today. That is, the report is, you can see, you can Google Rainbow CSCs and you can find that. Trained 500 illiterate ladies also who won awards at state and national level, one CII award and another from the then Chief Minister of Gujarat, Mr. Narendra Modi. They became members of district governing board. So that has been my credibility and that were part of my past achievements. So presently, I am working on something very interesting and which I haven't done in my entire 25 plus years of career, which is stakeholder management. Trend analysis, of course, I did. Proposal writing, I did partly. It is completely my function right now. Partnerships across the globe with like-minded organization. Whatever my organization is doing, it is an RBI recognized organization and it has very significant role in monitoring 200 plus organizations, microfinance organizations with portfolio of 5 crores to 20,000 crores. So it is a very, very important role that I handle, and membership support basically is my role. So let us see what my USP is. So my responsibility, love creating vision documents as I did in district planning and those documents I first outlined, then I executed, right? So a lot of planning goes into all those things that I do. Design progress trackers. I regularly track whatever work that has been done by myself individually and along with the team. Create first drafts. So this is very significant thing that I do. Suppose somebody says that we should have a document like this and nobody knows where to start from. And a lot of data is there, very haphazardly placed somewhere over years. I love to analyze all those data, mine that data, and create the first draft. And after that, it becomes very easy for people, right? So that is my strength. And my unbeatable USP is visionary journey. I do not see how it will directly benefit my career or something. It will help the organization is always paramount in my mindset. So the idea of unbeatable USP came because I do something which is very insignificant and nobody will notice. Are you doing the same kind of insignificant jobs? See, I start from myself. It is something like you do a thankless job or very insignificant job according to you, but that has a role in the organization. It has to be helping the organization grow to the next level one step at a time. So from day one, nothing gets created, right? So, but somebody has to start somewhere. So the first step, that is my unbeatable USP. Yours also should be there. It has to be helping the organization grow to the next level, one step at a time. It has to be bringing team members together for the ultimate goal to be achieved in time. The work, the kind of work that I describe, it cannot be just one person, right? It has to be the whole team. And that is how I create value for the organization. And the progress need to be documented for organizational learning. That is what I was telling. For the organizational learning, there are documents, but they need to be connected. Because it is not there, the learning also is not happening that smoothly. That is what my unbeatable USP now. Another thing I would like to tell you that this USP can change. How the unbeatable USP help them? They seem to appear. So the people who get regular promotions, these people appear to have special privileges. Like whenever there is some innovative kind of thing going on, discussion, people call me. That is when I take center stage. They are assertive. If there is something they don't want to do, they tell it right away without insulting anybody. They learn new skills all the time. They are doing innovation means that. And each of you, all the people that I discussed, all the case studies that I discussed, they are learning because otherwise, every day something new is coming up and they need to stay updated. So that is all I discussed in my 10-3 model, where there are three segments. One is your habit creation, one is your skill creation, and another is your mindset creation. So book a call if you want to know more. I call this three secrets are there. I'd share this with you when you book the call. Those are already discussed. You know so many things. These are all everyday things, right? But unless you specify something to yourself, you are not going to focus on that. Unless you focus, the result is not going to come. That is the only thing I see is happening. And it starts from the unbeatable USP. Thank you for listening and see you in the call. Thank you.